Yes, boys, welcome back to the video. Today it's just a quick one. We've got a full race on Hakone, or Hakone, I don't know how to say it. I'm rubbish at that track. I hate it with a passion. I just can't do it. So you've got a nice watch, lots of penalties, lots of crashes, lots of accidents. It's a bit of a banger. At the end of the video, we do have the tuning set up. So yeah, the next video that I'm probably going to do is the McLaren, because that was the second highest voted one with 1 vote. Yeah, I had fun with this car. It's very loose. You can get some nice apexes clipped with it. Let me just say that. So without further ado, boys, let's hop in. So after a slightly aggressive start, lots of collisions, we make it down the back straight. And at the end of it, we are in 11th place. Now, we're behind the Audi R8. Obviously, we all know that that car is a bit of an animal in this series. However, dived up the inside there, made it into 9th, had to slam the anchors on so I didn't hit that fellow AMG. Knew this Porsche was going to try and dive up the inside. I knew exactly what he was going to do. Early brakes, turned her in, got the back end to step out to get me that rotation, and I'm up into 9th. But he's not done with me yet. Little nudge there, little love tap to send me down the straight a little bit quicker than everybody else. The aerodynamics platform of this car, the way I've got it set up, I do have a bit more top end. So in this first straight here, and obviously down the... Whoa, get her stopped, get her stopped. Very lucky to walk away from there without a penalty. I was very late on the brakes. Quick look behind just to make sure that guy in 10th isn't looking to try anything funny. And there's a huge 4-car pile up here. Let me see what I can do. I can run on the grass. That's what I can do. Again, very lucky here not to get a penalty. Tucked into the slipstream there of this fellow Mercedes, and we're going to run it round the outside because I know I'm better on the brakes. Run around the outside of the other AMG there. Unfortunately, I did kind of run it a bit too wide. He was saying, well, he was just having none of it. Regaining on the track there. The guy, he just turned it on me. There was nothing that he could have done, nothing I could have done really. You know, it was an accident. However, Forza deemed it, well, bang out of order. Give me a half a second penalty. One of a few to come, shall we say. So into this long right-hander here, and we're now going to flick it left and hopefully try and get into the slipstream of that Mercedes and get close enough so I can make a move on the brakes. I don't think this straight will be long enough. However, there, bobbing and weaving. The BMW M8 giving him absolutely no space, but then conceding. Late on the brakes, early apex there, get it turned in. Now this is where the other penalty happens. So, am I in the wrong here? 99% of you will probably say yes. However, I'm on the inside, coming into this right-hander here. I am a bit further up behind, but he's given me absolutely no space whatsoever. You know, I've tried to give him the whole track. 0.8 of a second. He's just following me. He's probably in the slipstream of my mate in front, but he's hitting me. Yeah, I'm the one walking away with the penalties. So we managed to get no penalty from that one. We were late on the brakes there. Kept it on the inside. The BMW saw an opening and he is sniffing. However, I managed to shut the door quite well. And now we're in 6th. We're in 6th place from, I say last, I think it was about 13th or something, 14th. Probably not even that. And we're working our way through. We are fighting our way through the pack. Now the build, let me just touch briefly on that. Now the action's kind of calmed down, he says, as he absolutely lunges up the inside of them two. And we're coming to end lap 3 in 4th place. Lulu Laps in the Mercedes was in front, but we did make mincemeat of him on that lap. However, Jason the DBN, he's in the Corvette's C8, and this boy was a quick boy. His car was very slow, so I don't know if he's got the incorrect setup on it, maybe maxed out aerodynamics, but the kid, he could keep up with me in the corners. You know, he really could, so that's what makes me think he did have the more grip-based tune, opposed to the norm max aero on the front and none on the rear, solely for that purpose. But as you can see, powered past him on the straight, but in these corners you'll see his nose appear a few times over the next coming laps because he's quicker through it. He's quicker through the corners than me. So now we've managed to work our way into 2nd place. We're now going to try and see if we can snake and overtake 1st place Marble, who is, I believe, in the Porsche RSR, and he's 1.2 seconds away. And there you are. There you can see he's got such a good drive coming out of that corner. However, the sheer acceleration and the aerodynamic platform that I've got set up on this car, I just power away. So coming into turn 1, I do have to watch my inside. As you can see there, he's having another sniff. But meanwhile, we're still gaining on first place. We've managed to knock it down almost half a second. It makes me think that his tyres are completely shot. No, there's no reason why, if you're in first place, you should be getting caught that quickly. So I think his tyres are short. Again, I've got an absolutely stonking drive coming out of that fast S. Up in the slipstream, managed to pull out round the outside. Over half a second I've gained on Jason in the Corvette. And now we're coming into this tight right-hander here. Lovely, clip the apex nicely, run it wide, use all the apex. And then this one, just keep it into fourth gear, and just fire it through. Now we've got a minute's breathing time. Let me talk about this build. So this build, before I do actually, this is me having an absolute stinker. Tried to do an extra lap, trying to be brave, and yeah, paid the price. We're very lucky not to get a penalty. And again, it just gets worse. It just gets worse. So if you are making these mistakes, do not worry. It happens to absolutely everyone. So, yeah, like I say, just briefly touching on the build itself. This car is very, very loose. It loves to oversteer, and it just helps in this division for you to get faster laps. If your car's loose and a bit more unforgiving, shall we say, it's easier to obtain faster lap times than if you make a more understeer and stable tune, just the way the cars are built. They've got so much front end grip, and you can manage to get that car to rotate mid-corner, and it just aids in firing the car out. It's a weird phenomenon, but once you get it going and you understand how it works, it is a really, really good and fun car to, series to drive. So we came out of the pits in 8th place. We must have had an absolute terrible pit stop. We've got 8 laps estimated worth of fuel. I always overestimate because I do not want to run out of fuel. And we've gone for the mediums again, so we're running a medium. Lou Laps has got a fairly decent tune on that because he has got a decent speed down the back straight. But with me tucked in behind him, it was obviously that I was going to overtake. Now we've got Oclo and Marbles, or Oloiko, or however you say his name in the Mercedes. He did dive up the inside, and the Porsche, I think, did clip his rear end, and that just means that you can't turn. So we cut to lap 10, and I've caught the Corvette C8 up, and look at the absolute speed of this down the straight, compared to that Corvette anyway. It's a monstrous build. Really, really is a good car, this. It lacks the grip mid-corner that you do get. It's very, very good and stable on the brakes, but it's just lacking that grip that you can find and get from the Corvettes and the Vipers and things like that. So we're coming into this last couple of corners here. I do think that his tyres are quite a lot more worn than mine, and you can see he is really loose going into and coming out of corners, which is not what we're used to seeing with that Corvette, especially from the previous laps. And yeah, we managed to fire it up round the outside, down that first straight and into turn 1. A massive dive bomb there from Jason. Fair play to him, he managed to stick it up in the inside. I didn't see him quick enough, but it was a very, very solid overtake from the boy. And here I'm just sort of staying back, because I know my car's quicker. There's no point risking it, running over these curbs and sending myself spinning. I may as well just hang fire, and now I'm just going to fire past. As soon as I bang it into 6th, it's as if he's let off the accelerator. It's madness. However, I don't think Jason's quite done yet. He's only 0.3 seconds behind, but you'll find out he doesn't let go very easily. He does not let go, especially with this kind of final half of the track. That's where he excels. There are more sort of places for him to gain time, and in the corners and on the brakes, that Corvette is just head and shoulders above this. As you can see, he's right on my tail yet again, and it's going to make for a very, very close race. Just a little love tap there from Jason, nothing too drastic, and it didn't throw me off line or anything, so it's fair game in my opinion. 0.2 seconds. I have a 1.3 second lead penalty, and I need to try and gain quite a bit of distance, and the only way I'm going to do it is if I can upset him in this first sort of corner, which will allow me to maintain that speed, get out of the slipstream and pull that gap. However, the kid's quick. You know, the kid was fairly quick, and it was a good race, to be honest. It was actually a really, really good race. How two completely different builds go head to head, one speed, one grip, and yeah, it was fun. Like I say, you know, I wish I did the soft, maybe a hard compound kind of run. I think that might have been a bit better for me, but I think the medium compounds were good. Lovely exit coming out of that corner there, and managed to keep this one nice and clean too, using all of the tarmac. Again, Jason, he ain't letting go. He really isn't letting go. He's got the lasso on my rear wing, and he's just holding on for dear life. And fair play to him, he is holding on. However, he did go into the pits a lap before me, so I've got at least one more lap's worth of tyres at decent grip compared to him. Now, this is where we will find out, because I think it's happened. He's 0.6 seconds. This is the furthest he's been for a long time in this race. 0.7, 0.6. So let's see what we are when we're coming out. 0.8, 0. Yeah, his tyres are gone. His tyres are completely gone. They must have. There's no way I'm gaining 3/10 in that first corner unless he messed up. But I'm up on my time anyway, so it makes me think that he has got tyre issues. 1.2 seconds. It's game over now. It's game over. He's got half a second penalty. I've got a 1.3, but I'm still winning this race. Hopefully by a decent margin. Let's just see what we can do on this last lap anyway. Keep it into fourth, bang it into third, fire it out, use all the apex there. Lovely. Make sure not to get upset with that outside curb. This inside curb's a bit angry as well. Run it real wide, curb to curb, flick it left, hold it in fourth, and then we're going to slam it down into third gear and get the rotation that we need. Fire it through here, and then we're going to fire it left, and then we are going to come across the line. I do hope you enjoyed this race. It was a very, very fun race. I tried to get another race on Road America, but the game just decided to freeze. And yeah, we crossed the line with a 1:13.3 as the fastest lap time of the race. And yeah, it was a decent race. So let's hop into the tune now. So for those of you that don't know, I do use a controller, so my tunes are based on a controller setup. And the reason why I mention this is because, in a nutshell, it's easier to control the car with the steering wheel than it is a controller. That's the reason why my damper settings will probably be a bit more extreme one way on the bump and one way on the rebound than those of a steering wheel. Anyway, lads, this is playing out. I hope you enjoyed the race, and I do hope you enjoy this tuning video and the setup. Hope it does bring you some good fortune in your online races and your hot lapping. Please like, comment and subscribe if you are brand new. Leave me a comment down below as well, please, if you can. If you're this far, just leave me any random comment. I will like the funniest and I'll show it and showcase it in the next video. So yeah, the next one's going to be in the McLaren. Please like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.